Hello there, I am here and it's time to new ASMR video. I'm gonna do true crime story or ASMR soft spoken true crime story. So this can be like okay, if you have some weak nerves or anything what you can understand about that broken English way to say, and what is the title of this video, like Bodom murders. so do not watch if you fear that you cannot sleep well or something, because this ASMR is to relax, not unrelax. And I think I'm doing something painting and those kind of things. I have plastic all over to my furniture, so this is like pretty good idea to do this kind of thing ASMR here. But okay, we have a lot heavy metal bands in our countries, and if you are metalhead, like metal, heavy metal music, some thrash metal maybe, then you can know band called Children of Bodom. Children of Bodom, where what band had a really good guitar player, Alex Hilario. Yeah, rest in peace. Same old as I am. But the name of this Children of Bodom comes from 1960. Happened murder where 3 young youth were killed like brutal way. I'm gonna tell you about that murder. I have that one light source is my tablet. I'm gonna read what Wikipedia says, and because it's in Wikipedia, it's the truth. Everybody knows that. But okay, and hey guys, today, yes, I tried to say murders. Okay, now I think it goes like, yeah, right. It's maybe not the best day, my English, but it's the best day to ASMR voice what I was doing this day before in my language. I was like, okay, that can be like good to soft spoken. But okay, I read this Wikipedia article, and if I come something to my mind, I'm gonna talk about that. So, and yeah, here is like difficult words. I read a little bit this before earlier, and so I don't know every word how to pronounce, so this maybe can be like, okay, let's hear what he gonna say, try to say, and let's sleep, and you guys can find tomorrow more information about this case if you don't already know this. So okay, I'm start to read this article now. The Lake Bodom murders is one of the most infamous unsolved homicide cases in Finnish criminal history. Sometime between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. on 5th June, day number 5 in June 1960, at Lake Bodom in Espoo, Uusimaa, Maila Björklund and Anja Mäki, both 15, and Seppo Poisman, 18 years old, were killed by stabbing and blunt force trauma to their heads while sleeping inside a tent. The fourth youth, Nils Gustafson, then aged 18, was found outside the tent with broken facial bones and stab wounds. Despite extensive investigation, the perpetrator was never identified, and various theories on the killer's identity have been presented over the years. Gustafson was he was arrested in 2004, but he was found not guilty the following year. And let's go to murders. On Saturday, June 4, 1960, 4 Finnish teenagers had decided to camp along the shore of Lake Bodom, Finnish Bodominjoki, Swedish Bodom Träsk, near the city of Espoo. And actually the Children of Bodom is from Espoo also. Hoitaa Manor. Maila Jumeli Björklund and Anja Tuulikkimäki were both aged 15 at the time. They were their boyfriends Seppo Anders Boisman and Nils Wilhelm Gustafson, both aged 18. Sometimes between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. during the early morning hours of Sunday, June 5, 1960, Mäki, Björklund and Boisman were all stabbed and bludgeoned to death by an unknown assassin. Gustafson, the only survivor of the massacre, you guys know what word I try to say. It's like a Massachusetts. Had fractured facial bones that appeared to confirm his story of being a victim. He stated afterwards that he had seen a glimpse of an attacker clothed in black with bright red eyes coming for him. About 6 a.m., a group of boys birdwatching some distance away had reportedly seen the tent collapsed and blond man walking away from the site. The bodies of the victims were discovered at about 11 a.m. by a carpenter named Eivo Oiva Johansson. He alerted the police who arrived on the scene at noon. Okay. In the investigation, the killer had not injured the victims from inside the tent, but instead had attacked the occupants from outside with a knife and an unidentified blunt instrument, possibly a rock, through the sides of the tent. The murder weapons have never been located, or maybe it is. The killer had taken several items which detectives found puzzling, including the case of victims' motorcycles, which themselves had been left behind. Gustafson's shoes were particularly hidden approximately 500 meters, and that's like a little more than 500 yards. Little more than 500 yards from the murder site. The police did not cordon off the site nor recorded the details of the scene, later seen as a major error, and almost immediately allowed a crowd of police officers and other people to trample around and disturb the evidence. The mistake was further something by calling in soldiers to assist with the search around the lake for the missing items, several of which were never found. Björklund Gustafson's girlfriend was found undressed from the waist down and was lying on top of the tent and had suffered the most injuries out of the victims. She was stabbed multiple times after her death, which the other two teenagers were slain with less brutality. Gustafson was also found lying on top of the tent. Suspects. There were been numerous suspects over the course of investigation of Lake Bodom murders, but the following are most notable. Walter Gullström. These are like Swedish names because that was like then those days where some like that main suspect or that one who survived is like Swedish name because those Swedish spoken people lived that area that time. So, and this is also Valdemar Gullström. Yeah, maybe it goes like that if he heard that, okay, that's my name. Many local people suspect Karl Valdemar Gullström, a kiosk keeper from Oita, known to have been hostile towards campers. Police found no hard evidence to link him to actual murders. They were skeptical of Sus' confessions he was said to have made because they considers him disturbed. He drowned in Lake Bodom in 1969. Everybody with me still, most likely by suicide. The people in the town knew Gullström was violent, cut down tents, threw rocks at people who came to his street, and some have later said it was Gullström they saw coming back from murder scene, but were too afraid to call police about him. The police never recovered DNA from Gullström. A book released in 2006 brings out the theory in detail. The book also claims that the police almost immediately I know this word, but it did not come from my mouth. Like now, ignored much more evidence that was previously unknown to public because of language barriers, among other things. Yeah, I have seen a photo about that Gullström. What I said that has take morning or afternoon of this June 5, 1960, because he was kiosk keeper. They were taking photos and he have hands, no scratching. He was like no having t-shirt or any shirt. He was torso naked, or how can you say? And it was not having any marks of or fighting. And let's next Hans Assmann. Most public suspicion focused on Hans Assmann, a German-born naturalized Finnish citizen who lived several kilometers from shore of Lake Bodom. a series of popular books, and Henry of Assmann committed the Bodom killings and other murders. It was not taken seriously by the police, as Assmann had an alibi for the night of Bodom murders and was said have been in Germany during time of another murder on the morning of June 1960. On the morning of June 6, 1960, however, he had shown up at the hospital in Helsinki, next city of Espoo, with bloody clothes. He moved to Sweden, where he also died late 1990s. Assmann was also suspect 5 other cases, even confessing to one of his deathbed. Arrested and trial of Nils Gustafson, only survivor of this case. In the late March 2004, almost 44 years after the event, Gustafson was arrested in early 2005. The Finnish National Bureau of Investigations declared the case was solved based on new forensic analysis. According to the Bluesteins, Gustafson had been drunk and executed from the tent when he attacked the other boy, getting his jaw broken in fight, which escalated into him committing 3 murders. The trial started August 4, 2005. Gustafsson defense lawyer argued that the murders were the work of one or more outsiders, and that Gustafsson would have been incapable of killing 3 people given the extent of his injuries. It had always been known that Zeus were the killer and hidden by him 450 meters, 500 yards away from tent belonged Gustafson, who was found barefoot on top of tent. Modern DNA analysis was so it's 3 murders, victim blue, Gustafson, was it was, no, yeah, I don't know. The process Susan said it followed from the lack of Gustafson blood on the shoes that his injuries had occurred at different time to attack on the murder victims, and that only explanation of this was that Gustafson had committed the murders, then faked theft of items by hiding them, further injuries himself, and then went back to the tent where now barefoot he pretended the unconscious. The prosecution attempted to bolster their case, alleging an identification by 2 bird watchers of Gustafson as the blonde man at the scene of the crime, and as Okay, but end of the case, they said Gustafson was not not guilty. Yeah, I'm like losing everything because it goes like how it goes. What I found, if I do some other case, this kind of some true crime case, I have to do script to fit my English level, which is not C1 or what those high level English are, so that you actually can enjoy the story or so if you're still here, I hope you can sleep. I say good night any case.